Imagine waking up one day to find a loved one gone without a trace. No note, no phone call, not even a sign of struggle. It's like they vanished into thin air. But this wasn't a random disappearance. Sarah Dunlap wasn't just anyone. She was the daughter of one of the wealthiest families in the small town of Halverton. So, what happened that fateful night? Stay with us as we delve deep into the unsettling case of Sarah Dunlap's disappearance, a case that would uncover a web of lies, betrayal, and secrets that no one could have predicted. Sarah Dunlap was the type of woman who seemed to have it all. Born into the affluent Dunlap family, she was well-educated, poised, and loved by everyone who met her. She was an only child, living in a sprawling estate on the outskirts of Halverton, a picturesque town with cobblestone streets and a community that prided itself on its close-knit nature. Sarah's father, Charles Dunlap, was a renowned businessman with a vast empire in real estate. He was powerful, influential, and had his fingers in every pie in town. Her mother, Eleanor, was a former beauty queen turned socialite, often hosting glamorous parties that brought together the elite of Halverton. To the outside world, Sarah was the perfect product of privilege. But appearances can be deceiving. It was the night of November 15, 2015, a chilly moonlit evening in Halverton. Sarah had just turned 28 a few weeks earlier, and her life seemed to be going according to plan. She had just started a promising career in marketing, a field her father had no particular interest in, but one she was passionate about. That night, Sarah attended a party at a nearby estate. She was seen leaving around 11 p.m., her face flushed from the wine and the laughter of friends still ringing in her ears. The following morning, Sarah's mother, Eleanor, noticed her daughter's absence. Her car was still in the driveway, and there were no signs of her leaving the house. Concerned, Eleanor checked Sarah's room. The bed was unmade, but there was something strange. Sarah's phone was lying on the nightstand, a text message open, but unread. It was from her longtime boyfriend, Ryan Monroe, asking her to meet him at the usual spot. But Sarah never responded. By noon, the police had been called. Halverton's small police force was accustomed to minor incidents, but a missing person case involving the daughter of one of the town's most influential families was far from ordinary. Detective Frank Harris was assigned to the case. A grizzled veteran with over 20 years on the force, Harris had seen his fair share of strange disappearances, but there was something about Sarah's case that unsettled him. His instincts told him that this wasn't a simple runaway situation or a young woman deciding to leave her life behind. The first place they looked was the Dunlap family estate. The security footage from the night before was pulled, but it revealed nothing of interest. No one had seen Sarah leave the property, and there was no evidence to suggest she had been abducted. However, there was something odd. The night before she vanished, Sarah had received a call, but it wasn't from her boyfriend, Ryan. The call came from a private number. No one knew who it was, and Sarah had apparently not answered it. But this piece of information raised more questions than answers. As Detective Harris delved deeper into Sarah's life, he uncovered some unsettling truths. While she appeared to have the perfect life on the surface, there were cracks in her seemingly flawless world. Ryan Monroe, Sarah's boyfriend, was devastated by her disappearance. He claimed they had a solid relationship, but a deeper investigation revealed something startling. Ryan had been keeping secrets of his own. It turns out, Ryan was more involved with Sarah's family business than he had let on. He had been working for Charles Dunlap's real estate firm for years, but it wasn't just professional. Ryan was also romantically involved with Sarah's mother, Eleanor. At first, the police dismissed this as an unlikely motive, but Harris began to suspect that there was more going on than met the eye. Sarah, with her sharp intellect, had started to notice the tension between her boyfriend and her mother. She had even confronted Eleanor about it 2 weeks before her disappearance. Was Sarah about to expose a forbidden affair between Ryan and her mother? Or was there something even more sinister happening behind closed doors? Days passed, and there was still no sign of Sarah. Detective Harris felt like he was running out of leads. But then he received an anonymous tip. The caller claimed that Sarah had been spotted at an abandoned warehouse on the edge of town. When Harris and his team arrived at the location, they discovered something chilling: a blood-stained scarf lying near the entrance. It was Sarah's. The discovery sent the investigation into overdrive, but it also opened a new chapter in the case. The warehouse was investigated further, and after hours of searching, Harris discovered a hidden room in the back. Inside, there was a makeshift bed, and strangely enough, a laptop that appeared to have been used recently. The contents of the laptop revealed something shocking: an encrypted email from Sarah to someone named M, telling them that she was going to expose everything, including her mother's affair with Ryan, the shady business dealings of her father, and her suspicions about an illegal money laundering operation her family was involved in. It became clear: Sarah had stumbled upon something far darker than anyone realized. She wasn't just missing. She had been silenced to keep her from exposing the truth. The pieces were starting to fall into place. Detective Harris connected the dots between Sarah's disappearance, her family's empire, and the secret lives they had been leading. But the more he uncovered, the more dangerous it became. Someone didn't want Sarah's secrets to be revealed. It wasn't long before Harris received another call. This time it wasn't anonymous. It was from Eleanor Dunlap herself. She confessed, but not in the way anyone expected. She admitted to her affair with Ryan, but denied any involvement in Sarah's disappearance. However, she dropped a bombshell. She revealed that Sarah had planned to leave Halverton for good, to escape the suffocating grip of her family's control. But Eleanor had a final confrontation with Sarah the night before her disappearance, and it ended in violence. Sarah had threatened to go public with everything, and Eleanor, desperate to keep her family's secrets safe, had made the decision to silence her. Ryan Monroe, who had been complicit in covering up the affair, had been the one to carry out the final act, making sure Sarah was never seen again. The case of Sarah Dunlap's disappearance ended tragically. Her body was never found, but the truth was finally revealed: a powerful family torn apart by greed, betrayal, and a desperate attempt to protect their empire. Charles Dunlap was arrested for his involvement in money laundering, while Eleanor and Ryan were both charged with complicity in Sarah's murder. The small town of Halverton would never be the same again, and the memory of Sarah Dunlap, the woman who knew too much, would haunt the town for years to come. In the end, Sarah's story serves as a reminder that even the most perfect lives can be shattered by secrets, and that no one is truly untouchable, no matter how powerful they may seem. Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into the mysterious disappearance of Sarah Dunlap. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more chilling true crime stories.